If you've ever owned a dog or a cat, do you ever wish they could binge watch shows with you? You sit them down right next to you, but they just couldn't be bothered enough to pay attention to that really interesting Netflix series you're probably obsessed with at the moment? Let me explain to you how our perception as humans are different from our pets. I've always wondered, what is the perception like of our furry friends in comparison to us? According to a study published in 2020 by veterinary researcher Ron Ofri under the Koret School of Veterinary Medicine, it turns out that what we see in motion, they only see in flickering images. No wonder why they're not interested. Who wants to watch a slideshow that you can't understand for hours? In this study, researchers noticed that pets could detect fluorescent light flickering but couldn't detect motion within videos. But with humans, our flicker fusion threshold is a lot lower than animals, from around 45 to 60 hertz, while dogs and cats' thresholds stand at around maybe 70 to 80 hertz. But what is flicker perception? Well, it's about how fast our brains can process visual change, meaning that a dog or cat's threshold is a lot higher than us humans. So to put that into perspective, a TV or a computer screen typically displays light at around 50 to 60 hertz, which would mean that even though dogs and cats can see what's going on in our favorite TV shows, it may only be perceived as flickering images, rather than a continuous motion of movement. So if you have a TV that displays 120 Hz plus, then your furry companion might show a little bit more interest. This is because, in the wild, animals relied on higher flicker sensitivity in order to detect predators. So don't feel offended when your animal shows no interest in your fave TV shows. In regards to how your pets see these images though, the colors animals see is actually a bit different to us humans. When it comes to dogs, they aren't entirely colorblind, but dogs are dichromats, which means that there are two types of cones, meaning that their cones are sensitive to blue, violet, and yellow, but they can't actually see red, oranges, or greens. They may appear as browns or grays. What dogs lack in color perception, though, they make up for in brightness and contrast detection, which is why they do very well when it comes to detecting movements, even in very little light. With cats have around maybe 3 cone populations, meaning that they can see mostly the colors that we see, but often it comes off as very bland or not vibrant at all. Same as dogs, they also have a heightened sense of movement detection because their lack of perception of distinguishing color. Overall, even though animals may lack color vision or visual acuity with screens, our pets are basically first protectors of the night with superior night vision due to motion detection, to compensate for their low contrast and color vision, making us very susceptible in the dark while they are in their element. So now you know why your pet has no care in the world for your true crime documentaries or mind-numbing reality TV shows. It's not because it's boring or repetitive, it's because they can't really perceive it. But ask them to keep you out of harm's way in a scary night, they got your back.